And with me, as always, is the legendary Brew Crew. What up, fellas?
I got water, I got juice or whatever. It's like, y'all need twin legs? Matter of fact, I do.
To everybody is,
Does Delaware have an actual culture?
this is the podcast that we talk about beer, but we also talk about a lot of things that's happening in the world, politics, movies, anything really that comes to our mind while we're here sampling these brews. Grab a drink and pull up a chair.
How do you know the way I feel? You got me losing my mind. Try to suppress my emotions. Yeah, bursting like
Philly Jersey, Delaware, what's up? Stand up, stand up.
baby.
Nigga, you is not a DJ. You are a podcaster.
Just in case some radio listening, they were like, you know what? I never thought about Rob, but yes, now I need him on.
Always interviewing. You never know. Next gig's always on this one.
Because they'll always be closing, always be interviewing for these airwaves.
Strange, man.
There was a real Sade vibe with that Drake song.
It was.
There's a lot of
Sade.
He got a lot of Sade vibes though.
Yeah.
The whole, you think the album was a lot of Sade vibes?
We'll talk about it. What up? Welcome to Bruising
Like, shut
Banter Podcast, where the topic is the rocking in the brew. Well, happy to fuel, and I'm your host,
Look at
Rob
this
G.
intro
With
in.
me, as always, the legendary Brew Crew. What's going on, fellas?
What is going on, everyone?
Hi.
All right.
You be trying to get it in within the first 2 minutes now.
Yeah.
What up? Shut it down.
Try to knock it out. No.
Shut y'all asses up right quick.
This is episode 134 of Brews and Banter Podcast. We are here today. I believe Dev is singing in a wedding somewhere.
Singing in the background.
Mm-hmm. So he won't be joining us.
You think that's how he's singing currently?
Yeah. Well, right now he might not be actually performing, so he's warming up his voice. That was me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking tea and shit.
Yeah.
On the side. Yeah.
Right. About to sing in the mic.
That's that mic play, boy.
Bless that mic, boy. Shout out to Dad blessing that mic tonight.
That's where I stopped.
We'll carry that mantle right on for you. I'll get you to the finish line.
Yeah, nope. Yeah. So,
It's a relay race. It's a relay race.
It's a relay.
yeah, because he's doing his wedding thing. So shout out to that, singing for the lovers who embark on this institution we call marriage.
Just to get divorced and say, nah.
That's not necessarily true, even though statistically you would say it's a probability.
50-50 shot. It's a 50-50
Right.
shot. No,
Right,
no.
but
Well, let's wish the married couple.
they were better.
happiness.
You got it. They're better odds than the Powerball and Mega Millions. People play that every day.
That's true.
So shoot your
That's
shot
true.
and get that marriage going on.
Right. Why not?
Or don't. Guys.
Or don't. Yeah.
Or
Or
don't.
don't. Yeah. I mean, it can go either way.
Be happy. Be happy.
said-
God
you
damn,
don't-
what you
either
mean? Be happy. If you
Be happy. Be happy.
Yo,
Just
if you
figure
get
out a way to
married,
be happy.
don't worry about it. You won't be
Right,
happy anymore.
look. Hey, I don't know.
Well, before we get into
That looked like cakey.
the topics of the day,
Thick.
I always like to know what everybody's drinking. So, what are we drinking today?
Yoda, you go first, Yoda.
Yoda, what are
Talk
you
about
drinking?
that- talk
You
about
go
that
first.
cake.
Yoda.
Because you
Talk about that cake, Yoda.
This that raspberry well cake.
Ooh,
Raspberry well cake.
well of a cake.
Oh, well.
Well,
Okay.
yeah. It's a raspberry cream ale. Oh yeah. And
Okay.
it's pretty creamy and delicious.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what the ABV on here is. It's 5%. Who makes this? Burlington Beer Co.
Burlington Beer Co.
Is that out of
Okay.
New Jersey,
No, I think it's like
Connecticut?
Wherever
Yeah,
you think Burlington is, that's where it's at.
Where's the
Vermont.
Burlington Coat Factory?
But the only one I know of is
New
the only
Jersey.
Burlington I know is New Jersey. But
Yeah, but
But
Vermont
Vermont.
has a Burlington too.
Yeah.
Is
Right?
that where the coat factory people is?
No.
oh
No,
yeah,
that's
this is
New
Vermont.
Jersey.
This one's Vermont. This is
Yeah,
Vermont.
yeah. But Burlington, New Jersey is Burlington Coat Factory.
More than great coats, guys.
Yeah, that's no.
Do they
suck.
do they
Damn.
They definitely suck.
I like the Burlingtons.
Yeah,
of the
well,
world.
they
I
pretty
used to
much suck.
shop. I used to shop there back.
Yeah,
I haven't been there in a long
used
time.
to. Yeah, you don't have nothing in there now. But this is what the
You get a nice coat.
raspberry
feel like you
well
get a
cake
coat.
looks like in the glass.
It does have like a little tint of yellowness to it for the cake.
Yeah, I guess, but it's more of a pinkish, which is probably because of mixture of the yellowness in the cake and then the raspberries, so that brings out that pinkish look to it. But it smells like raspberries. Definitely smells like raspberries, and it tastes like raspberries. No, this is really good and refreshing. It's not like real sour. It's not real beery, if that's a word.
You
It's
just made it work.
Yeah, you
it's
made
not
that
real
up.
beery.
It's stylized as an ale.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it almost has like a champagne taste to it.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
a
it's pretty good.
good morning beer.
Yeah, and it's only
Good breakfast.
5%, so it's something that you can keep drinking if you want. It's good.
All right. Lou, what you drinking on?
I have a Big Oysters Brewery. We have the Belgian style Tripel, and it is Noir et Bleu. What's that? Black and blue.
Yeah, that's yeah. No, yeah.
That's
Black
what it
and-
looks
Yeah.
like. Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's a picture of the Route 1 bridge in Delaware that crosses over the canal. You guys can see that there.
Oh yeah, it looks like
See
it. But that is kind of eerie though, with that dark background.
Yeah,
on
it's a dark night, black and blue. The bridge is not blue at all in real life. It's brownish
Yes,
tan.
actually. Is it? Is it yellow? I thought that bridge was yellow.
Brownish tan. It's bright yellow. It's them lights is bright, make it bright yellow. But I thought, you could be right.
I don't
You
know.
could be right.
I
I could be right. I don't know. I'll be driving past it. I don't be looking. I'll be driving. Be
I'll
right.
check the coils.
Yeah. This is what it looks like in that's what it looks like in I think it is 9% alcohol by volume. It is Labor Day weekend, so I can drink this and be fine.
There you go.
Yep.
Tamara loves that one.
Oh, good. Thanks, Tamara. Let me taste it and let you know if I like it too. Yeah, I do. Cheers. It's wow. It's boozy on the end, but that first initial sip feel like you could drink it all day. And then after you swallow and that back come that woo.
Whoa,
Yes, don't
be swallowing that back.
after you swallow that. Y'all nasty. Y'all nasty. Y'all so immature, man. Y'all so immature.
He said be swallowing that back cum. Nigga,
Right, he did
this
say-
is the wrong podcast, buddy.
I can take I can take it. Y'all nasty. Y'all immature. It's fine. I messed up my words.
Now you can take it.
Yeah, I gotta take it. I gotta take it. Y'all making fun of me. I gotta take it. But it is delicious. Pass me another. But I would probably have this one because of the 9% alcohol by volume. But it's very good. This is very good.
I missed it. How much was the alcohol by volume again?
9%. Yeah,
Okay.
9%.
All right.
And then the pint can.
So you know them. You must be off tomorrow.
That's why I said it's Labor Day weekend. I don't got nothing to do tomorrow. That's why I pulled this one out.
Time to go ahead and pop
Yeah.
that open,
Right.
bust it open for a real nigga.
Rob G, we into the long weekend, halfway through it.
Yeah.
How you doing, buddy? You good?
I'm straight. I'm going good.
All right,
I can't
good.
complain.
Cheers to you.
Having
Cheers to
some,
you.
some drinks.
What are you drinking today,
Franks.
this week? Are you
Yeah, I
drinking?
am.
You drinking or are you drinking?
I'm drinking.
Mm.
I am drinking. I'm drinking everything.
Nigga,
Nah,
look drunk.
this nigga be lying. This nigga be lying.
Drinking water. I've been drinking Sprite, ginger ale, birch
Right.
beers.
This is our first beer of the day.
Right.
It
Nah,
is.
he had a little bit of root beer, a little birch beer earlier. But
did have
this
some-
is an
I
actual
did have
birch.
some because I had a root beer float. So I did.
Yo, what is it? Always vanilla in the root beer float? I don't like vanilla ice cream. Does it always
think
got to
you
be vanilla ice cream? Can you do something
I
different?
think the
I think you do
original
something.
is
The original
I think
is
the original is
vanilla.
ice cream. But
Y'all ever
I had
had it
it-
with a different type of float?
I had it with butter pecan, which was kind of weird because you had the nuts later, but
That sounds like it would be all right. That sounds like it'd be all right. Save the
Yeah.
nuts for later.
yeah. I always say nuts for later.
Got to. Yo, people put down south. They put peanuts in the like Pepsi or Coke or something. Y'all heard of that?
Why?
What?
I don't know why. It's
They
not
give more
really good to
fizz?
me. It's not really good to me. But they it's like red skin peanuts.
Huh.
If anybody down
Oh.
south know about this, let me know. Or
Yo,
if it's
what-
good, because it wasn't good to me, but it's something that they do.
That's weird. I never even heard of it, but whatever. To each his own.
Yeah. I am
Come see, come
actually
south.
I'm actually drinking Irvin's famous spiced ale
Oh
from
shit!
Conshohockins Brewing Company. Right there you go. Just
Mhm.
like the
That's
ginger
a memory.
snap.
Yeah, that's a memory right there.
Yeah,
That's
like,
Halloween
wow.
all day.
Ginger
Yeah.
snizzies.
I
Yo,
would
that's
say
the
got-
hardest cookie ever.
Yeah. You could roll a car over it and it wouldn't crack.
Yeah.
Not crack.
It's 5.4%. It's brewed with the obviously the famous spice wafers, the spices, molasses, and it has some lactose in it as well.
Okay, for the dipping, because you know how you got to dip them in the milk.
Yeah, so you got
Yeah,
that
yeah.
lactose in that beer, and you had a root beer float today.
Yeah.
Ooh,
A little
Okay.
gassy.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I've been on a cinnamon kick because last week I had the French toast joint,
Oh yeah,
Mhm,
and this week
mhm.
I got the spiced. I like spiced cookies. I like spiced
Yo, I like those a lot.
wafers.
I thought they really was only for Halloween back in the day.
yo, I really don't fuck with them like that because they're so hard.
Really, I like that. That tells you not to eat too many. Just, your teeth.
Yeah. Your teeth give you the mornings.
Even though, but like you said, if you dip them, especially if when it's in the wintertime and it's like hot
Yeah,
cocoa or something like
get
that,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
I make it right.
That's a memory.
Yeah,
But I
it's
honestly thought it was just because I remember like a scary cat and a witch used to be on the box. Thought it was just Halloween cookies.
yeah.
But
Well,
it's
because
not.
they actually make they actually partner with I think it's Conshohocken Brewing Company and Acme. I think they come together to make this beer. They also make they made a shandy one from their shandy cookies
What's
as well.
Acme have to do with it though?
I don't know, but they sold only in Acme's, I think. And
Oh,
PA.
because they have served beer out there. Yep. My bad.
Yeah. So this is where I picked it up at on my journey through PA.
Acme?
Yep, it was at Acme.
Did you go specifically to the Acme to get that beer?
Yes, because someone someone in my friend group tagged me in it and said, "Rob, you probably like this." So I said, "You know what? I might." And so I went and found it.
right past Acme everything. I might put them back around.
Right.
I mean, I pass at least 2 Acmes every day in PA. So I'm like, you know what? They got to be in one of these joints, and there it was, bang, right there. They had the other flavor, but I know that one came out in the spring. They had the shandy joint.
Okay.
I think it was more like a shandy. So I was like, yeah, I had a shandy this summer. I only do one shandy per summer.
That rule is whack, yo. Change that rule. That's a terrible rule.
I have my shandy for the summer.
I can't get another one. What I look like getting 2 shandies in the summertime?
Yeah,
That's crazy as
yeah. Even though I used to drink, probably because I used to drink Lindenkugel shandies all the time back in the day. That used to be my joint, Lindenkugel.
Is it Leinenkugel, Lindenkugels?
Lindenkugel. You know, everybody knows what the Kugel is.
Yeah, everybody knows what the Kugel is. Everybody knows
summer
that
shandy.
Kugel. Good, man. That was
that
good.
used to be, and I think somebody else does Rattler. Oh no, somebody had a Rattler on here, didn't you? Lou have a Rattler or a Rantler or something like that on here?
Who knows? You know,
Because we looked it up and it's kind of like the same thing as a shandy. I remember we looked it up.
I remember what you're saying, but I don't know who had that. It could have been me. I don't remember.
Does that taste like the cookies though?
Yeah, it does. It has the cinnamon spiced. I don't know what the lactose really does, but
but it's funny because it looks like it'll be boozy, like
oh yeah,
like it should be barrel aged. Yeah,
the color it looked like
but it's all that cookie. That's a spice wafer.
No head on it, no nothing. It looked like it should be like.
Well, it had head on there when I poured it first, but I've already been sipping on it for a little bit.
You got that head right off of there.
Yeah. You know, I got that thing off the top. He got good off the top, baby. It's head. All right. Everybody has some good beers they sipping on, but I know the question of the week for everybody, I'm sure, is
what?
Donda versus CLB.
Is this a question?
Yes.
This is not a question. It's not a question.
It is a question.
It's a statement. This is a statement.
Who won?
That's a question.
I got to put a question. Donda versus CLB. Who won? That.
You know, I'm
gonna leave that up there.
I'm a big Drake fan, right?
I
love Drake, but what I can say is that this album doesn't like do anything for me. Not that I don't like it, because it just sounds like Drake,
right?
But it could have been better to me.
I had the same opinion, especially since it was supposed to come out in January.
Yeah,
in January.
Yeah. You could have put that same project out.
It's crazy because I heard some songs that were supposed to go on the album that's not on there, that were like good songs, and it's like you didn't put them on the album. This is weird. But with the Donda joint, it got like some versatility to it. But this is just but Drake's joint is just straight Drake, like typical Drake shit. So
I mean, that's all a meme. I don't know if he actually did it, but Academic fell asleep while listening to it.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if that was real.
Fell asleep listening to who?
Listening to Drake joint.
I mean, I get it. I mean, because
it's controversial.
Right, but he's a big Drake fan, so I mean, but I had the same opinion. I was like, it's okay project, but to say that we delayed it from January to September, what was this? What did it sound like before then? If this is what you came up with, and like some of the projects, because
he knew Donda was coming out, and he was like, "I'm gonna hold off."
He wouldn't delay it from January.
Let me tell you something about Drake. What I realized is that he is so corny that he will do certain things like this. And even though I like Drake, he's like a cornball, and I almost feel like he's definitely a culture vulture. Like he just like jumps on anything that's hot for the moment, knowing it might not even be hot next week, but he's definitely going to jump on it if it's hot right now.
I got a question. I got a question for y'all. Y'all may have answered this before, but Drake is a collaboration rapper, correct?
We do a lot of problems, yeah.
Like so, like
a lot of
if you listen to a Drake rap and you're like, yo, he just killed it. It's like him and 3 other niggas just killed it, right? It's not just him.
Sometimes he can
kill it by himself.
How do you know?
Yeah.
How do you know when it's just Drake and then when it's not him collaborating in the lab and writing it together?
You mean the ghostwriting piece?
Like the ghostwriting.
Right. Because you see at the bottom of the shit and it'd be just Drake. You hear a rap and it's just Drake rapping, but then you look at the byline and the written by is like 4 other people. Does that bother you about Drake?
That could be the producer as well, though.
It could be the producers. It could be anybody that had a hand in it.
A lot of times, sometimes it could be the producer, but a lot of times when you see dudes and women rapping, when you see the byline, it don't put the production credit; it put the writer. Well, and usually it's just one writer, unless it's a sample or something like that. What I'm saying is, we know Drake's a collaborator, a rapper. Does that bother you? Yes or no?
No, it don't bother me, because that means that the person that's writing it couldn't deliver it the way that Drake does. It's the reason why Drake is the person delivering these lyrics.
I feel like rap maybe unfairly always gets the tag where it has to be the writer of the lyrics makes a big difference. Like ghostwriting is frowned upon, whereas in every other genre of music, ghostwriting is not frowned upon. It's actually embraced. Right. But in rapping, it's not, and it's like he's the best rapper, but he has a lot of ghost written lyrics. Like, he delivered it properly, but he may not have came up with the lyric. That kind of works against him for me.
I don't know, because Cardi does the same thing, and she's like,
anybody who does it, like I can't get. I wish I could. I can't.
Well, how do you know who doesn't do it,
though? I don't.
Right, because it could be a collaborative process.
That's another reason why I don't like. I try to stay in the 90s, early 2000s rappers.
Tell me
because Kanye collaborative too. Because Consequence.
When you get a collab beer in your hand, are you upset about it because it wasn't made by one?
Well, the genre of beer allows for collaborations like that. So no, I'm not. But when we're talking about the culture of hip hop and rapping specifically, it's always come about where you collab and ghostwriting has been frowned upon. So I just always wanted to see what people's opinions was and how it changes over the course of hip hop.
Well, let me say that. Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead, Rob.
Oh no, I was going to say. Let me ask you a question. When a rapper says another rapper's line in their song, is that considered kind of ghostwriting? Because it's not their lyric.
I don't know if it's ghostwriting or paying homage. Or how much of the verse are we going to go with? Are we going to rap the whole verse? Or are we going to rap a couple bars?
Jay-Z does it all.
He does. He does it all the time. Yeah, but he still has enough verses where he don't have to do it all the time. Like,
gotcha.
Like you're not Jay-Z's best line ain't Biggie's verse. Him rapping Biggie's verse.
So you think it would take away from Jay if you heard right now that Jay-Z had a ghostwriter? That would take away from him being like one of the.
It would when I would go back to listen to it. Like we know Jay's process. Like first of all, that's a lie. We know that he don't. Is if he's collaborating, it don't ever say because he don't write nothing down. So it's hard for us to think that he ever had a collaborator. But yeah, it would make me go back and listen to it differently.
See, it doesn't bother me because it's almost like who because it's hard for you to tell just because some people get writers but pay them to not be shown in the credits.
Okay.
And so it's a lot of people that actually do have ghostwriters that you may not know of. Okay. And so that's the only reason it doesn't bother me. But I can say this is that like if you're going to be a ghostwriter, you got to know who you're writing for. And so it's like, so when I hear Drake delivering something, even though he didn't write it, at least the person that wrote it knew they was writing it for Drake. Like they can't write a Drake song and give it to me and me rapping about girls and cars and jewelry because I ain't got none of that shit. But being as though Drake got this money and he can he has that role that you can actually physically see. The writer's writing specifically for what Drake's moves are.
Right.
And so it don't bother me.
Yeah. And the thing, even in just going back to this project, the thing about this project, it didn't, to be so delayed, it didn't feel cohesive. I mean, it was called Certified Lover Boy. And some of the speech, like the joint, I know people was like, oh, that's like Michael Jordan, that's like the dream. I mean, it's like the Jordan Bulls with Rick Ross, Ross and Lil Wayne. But that seemed like something that was old. That it was on Ross's project.
Yeah,
and
it
just
sounded
stuck it on there
because Ross sounded like not like current Ross. It sounded like old Ross. I don't know if he did it on purpose, but it definitely sounded like an old Ross verse.
Right. So it was like, did they just have that somewhere? And they was like, you know what, put this on the album. Like we need extra. They saw Donda's track list. They was like, you know what, he got a lot of albums. We need something else to add in there. And because they all did use the same, featured artist. It was just crazy.
They did. Is Kid Cudi on Donda?
I don't think Kid Cudi's on Donda,
but he's making the drinks.
Right, but I thought that was funny too because I think Kid Cudi's track on Donda, on CLB is probably one of the better songs.
Yeah, and
the joint on Donda with Weeknd is probably the better record. Hurricane is probably one of the better records. They took each other's boys and said, you know what, I can do it better.
That is true. That's true. I didn't look at it that way, but that's true.
Even though I like Lil Baby's verse on Donda's joint than I did on Too Many Girls or My Girl Love a Girl or whatever the heck the song was.
Well, when you talking about he a lesbian too?
Yeah, that song.
What the fuck is that about?
Yeah, my son asked me that. He's like, "How does that work?"
Yeah,
I mean, I understand how it works. I definitely understand how it works.
What is he saying?
He said like girls. He like girls too.
Yeah, I like girls.
Yeah, but that don't make you a lesbian. That's not the same thing.
It's a double entendre.
It's a double and stupid.
And it was dumb, but I got what he meant. I mean, he's not the first person that said, "Oh,
not at all."
Lesbian?
Not at all. That's not original.
Right.
That's not original. That was ghostwritten too.
Yeah, I'm not like just because I like women don't make me a lesbian. I'm a man.
Right. He was just saying he liked to.
I understand, Yoda. We get it. We get it.
But overall, I think, and I know people and I think the only reason people are bigging up CLB because Drake hasn't been canceled by a lot of people, where Kanye has. But if you listen to Kanye's album, he kind of like, you know what? I know I fucked up.
Right.
And
Yeah,
here's
a lot
why.
of it says that,
I mean,
yeah.
and we talked about mental health before. The fact that he is bipolar, you might gotta give him a little more room. No,
Right.
you
Maybe.
gotta give.
Maybe.
No, you don't have to give him a little room.
I think you
Especially
can.
if he's off his meds. You can't. No wiggle.
You can't.
You on your
like-
if you got meds, don't be off them.
Yeah, but I mean,
And then I think.
If okay, you said you don't know. Like if he's off his meds, I can't give you the benefit of the doubt, nigga. You know you supposed to be on your goddamn meds. You off your meds talking reckless. Like no, get on your
like the way they
goddamn
make him
meds.
feel. I mean, if I hear that a lot of time, people like I don't like the
I
way.
understand. Then stop talking when don't be on them and shut the fuck up. You could do both. You could
But
do
you can't.
both.
I don't think you can though. I
Yeah,
think once
you
can't,
can. You can.
like, I need to say this. Type of thing.
Kanye can. Billionaire, he can. Shut
Right.
the
No,
fuck
you know
up.
what with Kanye though, I think like Kanye is a one. He's a smart dude, right? And they always say that geniuses are crazy people,
Right.
and I think he's really the definition of that. Like because he's definitely smart. He's talented as hell. Because
Or let me sidebar it. Or he could have read a book a long time ago that said genius is crazy, so I'm gonna make these motherfuckers think that I'm crazy as shit.
Or that
Right.
could
You know
be.
what I mean? But go ahead, finish your statement.
That
I just
could
wanted
be.
to bring that.
But I
part.
also
Go,
think
finish.
that because I think if
Well, that's genius too.
yeah, that is. But I think that if we were if we were to look at Kanye's brain and like how his shit work in his head, it'd probably be all over the place. Versus where you look at a lot of other rappers that one ain't making beats, two and making and writing music and rapping or whatever all at the same time. It's like a whole lot of different shit that, and then bipolar with that, like nigga, that is a lot, man. That's a lot.
Yeah,
I mean a lot. So I would give him a little.
I think sonically, Donda is better than me. Like I don't know because if it's because Kanye is a producer is producer first, kind of.
Right.
I don't know if that is why it always sounds better to me than the Drake record. Like it seemed like I don't know if that beef is real. I think it's kind of the hype of both of these records. I think some of this is planted. Like they both buying billboards, all that mess. I think it's kind of
Kanye did that a couple years, like 20 years ago with 50 Cent.
Yeah,
like they had a beef, but it wasn't no beef. It was just a marketing scheme to sell records.
Right.
So I
wouldn't be surprised if that.
It's really hard for rappers at that level to be beefing. Like what y'all beefing about?
Yeah, what are you beefing about?
Like, what is really happening? Come on.
The original beef started because of Kiki. Do you love me?
What?
Because he thought that was
he was talking
Kim
about Kim
Kardashian.
because they could be calling her Kiki. So
you know how many Kikis is out here?
Nah, nope. Don't know none.
Right. Not Kanye don't. Especially Kanye. He only know one.
Kiki Palmer. I can name one off the jump.
Her name is actually Kiki. God damn it.
They say Kiki Palmer.
He ain't say Kiki Kardashian either.
Right. And at the end of the day, you got 4 children by
right.
Your Kiki.
You won.
She married you and still want to be married to you. Because they trying to work it out. So I think, all in all, I'm sorry to say, but I think Donda won.
Yeah. Yo, but you was right about like the whole part about sonically it sounds better because it may be because he's a producer. Because even though it's a lot of things that he may not have produced on the album.
Right. But he knows
what to listen for. Yeah. And then think about if you're a producer for one of the hottest producers. Like you gotta come with this shit. Like that would be probably nerve-wracking. I'd be scared as a motherfucker to sing Kanye and beat.
Right. Because I know Mike Dean did a lot of the album because Mike Dean worked with Travis Scott, and so it has that kind of feel to it. Yeah. But I mean, just the way most of the tracks I don't have any standout record really on Certified Lover Boy to me. There's none, not really. Like even the one with Jay, it was like, what the hell is this? Like even previously on Ready to Die, what the fuck was that part? Like I didn't even understand it.
Me either. I thought my I thought my Spotify switched up.
I did too. I did look down. So I liked it. I did like, what the fuck is happening?
Right.
I was like, you know what? I wouldn't mind listening to this right now. But I was trying to get into this Drake.
Yeah, that was weird.
I was so confused. I was like,
I like that song, and I liked. I'm not the biggest Drake out of the three of us. I think I'm the least Drake fan out of all three of us. I like that one in the 7 a.m. bridal walk or some shit like that.
The one that he's dissing Kanye in.
And I didn't even know that. That made me disappointed. I was like, I thought he was just going hard. I didn't know he was going hard at somebody in particular.
Right.
But I felt like it was a lot. He's real proud of his son. There's a lot of talking about his son. And I wanted Don to,
because it's out there now.
Yeah. I guess it's the first album where it's known. And I just wanted Donda to be more about his mother. Like I don't know why. Like I know it's because it was titled that, and I know like this whole. It seemed like he was grieving, and the album seemed like a grieving process, and him getting a way for him to get over his mother. So I was thinking it was a lot. It's going to have a lot more to do with his mom, and like when Drake releases the Andre 3000 and Kanye thing, and
that didn't help Drake at all.
It didn't. Why you don't think? I was just happy that we got some Andre 3000.
Right, I was like. I don't know how that didn't. I don't know if it was supposed to be on the album or that's something.
What happened
by itself?
What Andre 3000 said is that it was supposed to be on the album, but when he heard the song, Kanye had a different verse and it was talking about his mom. So when he gave his verse was talking about his parents and them passing out. He's grieving as well. But then when he heard the product that was going to be on the album, it was the version that Drake played where Kanye is talking about Drake and all this other shit and not about his mom. So Andre asked him to take him off the album. Andre's like, if that's the song you putting out, I don't want to be on it.
I got you. Yeah, because that record was Andre is. I mean, I know he said he was too old to be a rapper, but come on, Dre,
you're never too old. You're never too old to be a rapper, sir. Like you are never.
Like I said, like Rolling Stones still go. Rolling Stones still going.
Yeah, look, if you want to call yourself a poet, like play the flute to a beat and rap, like just rap, dog. Like sometimes you hear for a reason, man.
But I wonder why he thinks he's too old to rap. Like
I don't know. He said it though. I'm not sure why.
That's his age rapping. That's still like hot.
Right, and I think he needs to get over that part, and like and because when people hear his joint, they're like, oh,
people wait for him, right.
And I think that has a lot.
I think that has a lot to do with it too. I think he don't like the fact that we think he's one of the greatest.
Right, man.
Like he listen to his raps and be like, what y'all be listening to? Right. Like y'all like that? Like I didn't say nothing, and now he's like, y'all want me to say something more profound than that? I can't. Because he don't think it's good. He don't even think it's good enough.
Well, then team back up and give us another Outkast record. That way he don't have to do all the work.
Big Boy gonna be in there smoking weed and blowing in his face. He ain't trying to hear that, man.
Big Boy is still rapping, so it's like
rapping hard.
Come on.
All right, Outkast. We need an Outkast record. I know we got
2004 since 2004 or 3.
That was the last Outkast
the double album, or unless you want to count Idlewild. You want to count Idlewild?
Yeah, Idlewild. But that was I think the double album came out before.
No, Idlewild came out. That was the last album that they did together. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's still a long time ago. What the fuck?
Yeah. Hollywood Divorce. That song is a shit.
Yeah. I mean, I miss Outkast. I mean, I miss Andre. I mean, he did some records here and there. Cause he did the features on some other thing. But yeah, that record was dope. So I think he need to go Kanye need to put back the original verse and release the joint.
Right.
Because Drake did no favors to himself. He was like, oh, the record that didn't even make the album is still is still better.
Right.
But I mean, even I know I'm a Don Toliver fan, so Moon, I like that joint. What else on Don that do I like? The other one, well, I said Hurricane. There was a Jail, Jail with Jay.
But on, I listened to Donda all the way through.
Right.
I didn't.
I listened to Donda all the way through. I skipped some of Drake. Sorry, buddy.
That's so weird.
I mean, I listened to both of them all the way through, but I'm
saying I listened to both of them all the way through, but when I go back and listen to them, like I've listened to them a couple times, I always skip Drake's. Some at least one or two songs on Drake John, but I'll listen to Donda all the way through and just keep it moving.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe it's just a spiritual meaning in me.
Yeah, maybe. 'Cause it is a. I mean, because now I don't remember when I listened to it the first time. Did they take out the cusses? Because the cusses are out now. Like there is no
Are
curse
they?
words in it. Yeah, on Apple.
You know.
On
But
Apple, they are
yeah,
gone.
you know, I don't listen to it on Apple, but I did notice that some of the songs already had it out, and I'm like, I was hearing songs with curse words in them, and then like all of a sudden, I'm like, it gets to like the fourth or fifth song, and I'm like, wait, did this just break out cuss words?
Yeah. So now
I haven't
think
finished.
all of
I
them
haven't finished Donda. Is Future on Donda?
I don't think Future on down there.
I like Donda better than. Fuck Future, man. Like, what is the? Why do
You don't
people
like
like that?
Future?
No,
I don't mind Future.
no,
Like,
man.
it's crazy.
That
'cause I
Drake
don't-
song that you told me that it's just two different beats and they weren't even together. He was just happy to have
Oh,
Drake on the
yeah.
song. And the beat
that
changed.
song's
I
dope.
can't. No, it does. No, it's not. I can't even get once
It
it
is.
gets to him talking about he loved red bottoms and he's crazy and he started talking. I change the channel every time. Not a fan of Future at all.
Is
Well,
that because of
I'm
Sierra
more like
and not raising his? Not
I mean, it
taking care
could
of
be
his child?
it could be a percentage of it, but I don't like his music. I've never been a fan of his
I've
music
been like
before they met.
Since Tony Montana.
Yeah. I like when he
that's a long
say
time ago.
I like when he say the Metro touch you, I gonna shoot your shit, but that's about it.
Oh, you like that? Bro? You like the Metro Boomin?
Mhm.
Yeah, the tag.
I like that tag. Yeah, I
get
love
you.
that shit.
Is that what?
Does
that
Future
was
store
on
get Future
Kanye's
getting paid
other
for
track.
that? Future getting paid for that, like the Maybach lady?
He might have eventually at one point he might have got
Right,
paid.
a lump sum.
Or he might not have, because
Or
that might
not,
just be his
'cause
boy.
that's- Yeah, because
Oh,
he
it's
do
his
a lot
boy?
of music
Future
for
beats.
Future.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like give me a couple beats for free. You can keep my name
Right,
forever
right
in perpetuity.
Well, Father stretched my hands on Life and Times of Pablo. That was a if young mentor don't shoot you, trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. Beautiful morning. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
That's my shit right there.
Yeah. Metro, he's young Metro, he good.
Yeah, but yeah, between the two, Kanye, I know he's been canceled by a lot of people, but the record is a better
You can
gospel
cancel
album.
the person, you can't cancel the artist.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, and he kind of said, you know what? I know I made mistakes. This is why. Even what you call reference it in his rap. He said, I took his red cap off, and now I told him to come on home. Jay said that on Jail. He talked about it was definitely for a guy who who wears a mask nowadays. He definitely was he did try to be as transparent on this record. And I think Certified Lover Boy, I think, just didn't hit the mark in terms of one. I know 40 is his boy, but maybe he need to switch it up a little bit. Production wise,
with this album, he just Draked you. That's all. He just hit you with another Drake. Like it wasn't nothing different.
Right?
Like
yeah,
it's just Drake. But I don't mind. Like I said, I like the album, but it ain't my favorite.
Right? Like Way Too Sexy. Do you like that song?
Not, I
didn't. I didn't.
Oh yeah, because it got Future on it.
I hated the song when I first heard it. But after I watched the video, I was like, oh. After I watched the video was kind of funny. So
it was funny.
Like, yeah, I was like, that's
especially the Kawhi. Like he was like,
yeah. Kawhi so awkward looking.
That part was funny. Yeah, the video was funny. I enjoyed it.
I'll check the video
around the beach with his shirt open with this big ass belly. Like it was like looking like an old man with a belly. It was different. Now, if he was that different on the song, his music should have been different on the album if you're gonna come with a different type of style for the video.
Did Drake have any of his Canadian homies on the record on the album?
I don't know. No, I don't know.
Like, cause I don't know Tim's. I don't know where Tim's is from. That you and I played earlier. I don't know.
You said she? It is a she?
Yeah, Tim's.
That's the same person that was on. That's not the same person that was on. No, that's not the same person that was on WizKid's joint.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Oh, yeah. Then
that's why I was like, that's a man or a woman? That's a woman.
It's a lady. Yeah,
because remember, I didn't know for a while, and the crazy part is that I've been listening to. We're in 2021 since 2019. I mean,
Listen to that man.
and never knew that it was a woman.
Right. Until I saw the video, I didn't know that was her on the video for Essence. I was like,
Yeah,
that's a lady.
that's a duet. That's a duet.
I know it's two different people. But
I know, but
not.
a duet sound like a man and a woman, don't it?
Right.
Like, that's a duet. I don't know what a man and a man or a woman singing is, but a man and a woman is definitely a duet. But yeah, I didn't know I was like, I think it's three people singing on this song.
Her tone is like,
yeah, she switches it up. She got
like
the real high, and then she can go low with you.
Yeah,
right,
for sure.
And I think that's what he was trying to go for. He was going for that Essence record on that the joint I played earlier.
But Drake always had songs like that.
Yeah.
On his,
well, because he had WizKids on his joint.
Yeah,
that one before WizKid started to really bubble.
Started having some Essence.
That was on what Views? That was on
Views. Yeah.
Oh, that was years ago. Feels like
yeah. Baby.
And that was WizKid?
The same damn beat, actually.
That's WizKid. So basically, you blaming 40. You're blaming 40. That's what you're fucked up. You don't blame Drake.
But all of his overseas music always sounds the same anyway. Right. Like any song that he has that kind of gives you that different. Well, I guess overseas style is like always got the same type of beat to it.
Right. But I think Drake and Kanye need to squash their beef. They need to go in the studio, make some records. Yep. I want you to put out
both worlds 2022.
I want the best producers to collaborate with some of the best artists and make records. Like I know 40 is cool, but I don't need 21 tracks.
Let 40 go someplace else. Let him find another rapper real quick.
Right.
Do some work with him and branch out a little bit. Figure out what's going. I like they in a rut almost. That's what y'all think. That's what y'all saying. They're in a rut.
Yeah, kind of
rut.
I think they come in. I mean, because it's one thing to do it with like Nas doing Hit Boy, but this is new for Nas. Like this is like Nas used to be like, "Give me the garbage beat you got. I'm gonna rap over this." Like he would take.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Trash beats.
My lyrics transcend, and that's why y'all don't like this. That's why y'all don't care about Nas as much.
Right.
Y'all messed up, man.
How much? Oh, where the cheapless at? I'm Nas. I'll put something hot over it.
He's like that page. I want that page one rapper. I need 12, 13. Where them at?
He gonna make them just fire. You can hate me now.
I'll work my way up.
Stop talking bad about Nas. Y'all trash, man.
But now with Hit Boy, Disease, King Disease 1 and 2.
Yeah. King Disease 2 about to be nominated for another Grammy, yo.
King Disease 2 is crazy too.
It's better than 1.
Yeah.
Right. So
and he's not gonna win the Grammy for this one. He ain't gonna get back to backs.
Oh yeah, no, because one, Kendrick is coming.
You think Kendrick gonna come in time for the Grammys?
Yeah, because the album is done. He posted it. He said album done. It's the last album on Top Dog.
Yeah, he did say that.
So you got Donda, Certified Lover Boy, Kendrick, Nas. It's gonna be a good category.
Yeah.
But
yo, Donda and Certified Lover Boy ain't gonna be better than Kendrick or the one we just talked about.
Well, you never know.
Man, Kendrick and King's Disease is 1 and 2 if we bring in the 4.
Like you said, Nas ain't gonna win back to back, so it's gonna be somebody else.
But we could still rank them. We could still rank them. He can't win one. He can't get the 1 spot, but he could take the 2nd spot over these 2 offerings that we're talking about now.
I don't know. It's hard.
Right, I gotta wait and see Kendrick's joint because I enjoyed Donda more than I thought I would actually.
But it's because of your biases, though, right?
No, I don't think no, because I went in thinking if it's Kanye from like what's the last 2 albums? Not the gospel album.
Yeezus.
Not even before, after those joints.
Children see Children see ghosts or something.
Yeah, the joint with
the Whoopity Scoop.
That shit. That one. Yeah, those 2 joints.
What was that? Yee.
Those 2 joints.
You can't even remember the name of the shit.
Yeah, right. I just know the one.
I know. I thought it's called Yay.
Yeah. It is. I think it is.
Yay. It doesn't matter.
That's how you put poopity scoopity shoobity doo.
Yeah, that thing said poopity scoop, scoopity.
Right. Yeah, that shit was that was trash. So I wasn't. I really wasn't. I mean, and I knew he was still in his gospel bag, and I appreciate this record. Actually, is close to a gospel record. It's
It is.
it's like Lecrae, even though
That's
Lecrae
what I
is
was gonna
probably
say. Should have had like Lecrae on there, or
right,
like Andy Mineo or something on there.
right.
Myself.
So it's definitely, and especially now that he took all the any of the curse words out of the record, he took them out, even N-word and cuss words, everything on Apple anyway. I should say it's clear.
You can play it in church.
So it's yeah, but Certified Lover Boy, I was like, you had this joint out. If you had this same record in December, I mean in January, you could have just put it out.
Right.
And not waited for Kanye, because Kanye had Kanye made the bigger build up because he had those 3 stadium listening parties that killed Apple's streaming records.
Crazy.
So it was less like just drop your joint. But hey, it is what it is. What else is going on in the world? I found this funny that the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, is opening up an investigation about McDonald's McFlurry machines always being broken.
It's about time. It's about fucking time. I can't wait till this investigation is closed and we get some answers. I need answers.
You know, I've never ordered McFlurry, so I don't know.
Doesn't matter. Milkshakes, all that shit.
Cream, all that shit.
It's all the same machine, and it's always fucking broke.
Yep.
I want something cold besides ice.
They don't want to. They don't really want to be in the ice cream business. They just want to
stop it.
Want to.
You can stop it.
I'm about to go to McDonald's after this and see if theirs work. I'm gonna order one.
It won't. You can go to 3 of them. You go to 3 of them.
I don't really want one. I just wanted to see if y'all machines work.
No, that's not true, because it always works in March. It always works in March. When you
Shamrock
go to
Shamrock Shake.
you always can get a Shamrock Shake.
Definitely can get a Shamrock Shake. Them nasty mints. What's some racist? Cold mints. Nobody likes frozen mints.
I like a small Shamrock Shake.
Yeah,
you get a large. That color
it starts to mess with your brain.
Yeah,
and it just starts to give you a funny taste after a while. You're like, okay, now I'm over it. But a small one, a small dose of it.
Yeah, I don't like no mint, cold mint, mint ice cream. I don't like none of them mint. Ugh.
Yeah, definitely got to be small. Those too big, nigga. That shit turned into something different.
Can I get a big? Can you biggie size my my Shamrock Shake, please? Like, no, we don't do that. It's McDonald's, it's not Wendy's. Y'all want to talk about abortions in Texas or no?
We kind of shit's crazy.
This is bullshit. Yeah, this is some ridiculousness. And 45 did well, man. He got 3 justices in there that voted right in his favor,
right,
or in the favor of the people that he wanted in there,
right?
Because Supreme Court said, keep doing what y'all doing. But I think the weirdest part, it's not necessarily, it's terrible that you're taking control of women's bodies. And it's terrible that at 6 weeks, a lot of women don't even know that they're pregnant. So after that, it's illegal for them to get it. What's crazy is if I think, Josh, your wife is getting an abortion, I can call the cops and file a lawsuit on y'all two for getting an abortion. And if it finds out that y'all didn't get an abortion, I don't have to pay no court fees. You still got to pay the court fees.
Right. And then you get a $10,000 war on some people, right?
It's a 10. No, the fine is 10 is a minimum of 10,000, which means that it has to go to elected judges. So it's not a small claims court anymore once it gets over $10,000. So it's elected judges that are making the rules. So some of them can throw it out. One dude may be having a bad day. It ain't no by the book type of shit. It's by whatever the judge thinks he wants to do that day or she wants to do that day. So it's going to be interpretational as you go towards one judge or the other.
Right.
But you can't even drive a person to an abortion clinic out of state. You can get fined for that.
And the crazy thing is that like there's no penalty for the guy, because it's not like a woman can have a baby on her own.
Right. And like if somebody rapes you, you can't get the baby aborted.
Right.
If your daddy impregnates you, you can't get your baby aborted. Like what? One lady was before the 6 weeks, knew that she didn't want to have a baby. She took the plan B. Sometimes the plan B don't work. It didn't work. She found out at 7 weeks that it didn't work. So she went to the clinic and they was like, on the day that the ruling went down, she went to the clinic to get an abortion, and they were like, we can't do it. And now her baby is going to be special needs because she tried to abort it and it didn't work. So her baby already got issues, and is that baby growing inside her, and she don't want it. Like, what kind of energy? Like, everything is about energy, right? So what kind of energy is the mom putting into the baby that she don't want?
Right.
Like, I wanted to have an abortion, I can't have an abortion, but I gotta grow you for 9 months, and the whole time I didn't want you.
I just feel like a situation like that could bring other things like suicide and shit like that. If somebody's that, because you never know how somebody is, and like you can't, and they can't do something that they want done that's going to change their life forever.
Right.
It's like some people might be like, fuck it, I'm out of here.
And none of these things say like, okay, the ladies that did want an abortion, now they have to have the baby. So y'all got parenting classes for these women. You got
classes,
you
money.
got right. That's what I'm about to say. You going to give me some welfare because the daddy ain't around. Like, I don't have to talk to the daddy, right? Because the daddy don't get punished. It don't matter what he say. He gave me the baby, but it ain't his fault, right? I'm the one that's walking around here.
You know what's
crazy? What happens when the baby comes? Like, y'all wash your hands of the woman once the baby comes? Like, that's stupid. That's
always the issue I always have. Like people say they're pro-life, but then
you're not pro-life. That's the life. That's the life.
Right.
Yeah.
Miss Pro-Life, here you go.
Right. Can you take care of my baby? And like all these adoption clinics is running now with babies that ain't wanted. What happens with these babies? Like, it ain't no way a lady that wanted an abortion gonna keep her baby necessarily. She probably would give it up for adoption. Right.
And it'd be a thing. Definitely, like if I wanted to have my child if I was forced to have my child, but then you don't give me anything, like I can't really work because childcare is too much. You don't have universal early education, so therefore I'm always I'm a step behind, so I'm losing my way. Like, especially if you don't have any support.
Look, man, the majority of people that know that they're pregnant before 6 weeks are trying to have a baby. Right. So they said 85% of the cases in Texas last year were of the abortion cases were after the 6 week time frame.
Well, that's why I did. That's why I picked 6 weeks.
Yeah. Well, they say because that's when you can find a heartbeat, but that's not true. You can find a heartbeat. I want to say it's a little bit earlier than that, but I don't know offhand. But it's not at 6 weeks. Yeah. It's trifling, man. There's a bunch of old white men making these decisions about young black brown girls.
Totally makes it not.
Yeah.
Well,
but the world is changing, and we about to be a black and brown America by 2050, and this is the last effort to keep, because a lot of women that's getting abortions are white women. White women are more. It's more white women that get abortions because it's more white women in America, right? And we could stop them from getting abortions. They gotta have these babies. We get more white people in the world.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep our percentages up.
Yeah, but what they smashing black and brown?
Oh, then we definitely gonna give you an abortion. We gotta get them out of here.
Because that's
a special case. You a special case. You can go from 8 weeks all the way up to 9 months. We can abort that baby right away.
Right, because I was just reading something. A lot of things is because
that's not because that's true. Now, that's true though. That's how they feel.
It's not even just black and brown. There'd be so many biracial children coming in the world nowadays that it's not even just black and brown. It's like, because it is black and brown, but it's white women with black men or Asian men or Latino
like
men,
and
vice versa.
That white woman dates a black man and has a black baby, and then that black baby grows up and dates an Asian man, and they have an Asian baby, an Asian black baby, and by the time that baby grows up, they don't even know that they white.
Right.
They have no idea. They know their black mama, they know their Asian granddaddy, and they rocking with it. They're like, white? No, not here. Not like,
so they do that 23andMe.
Right. You know your great grandma from Bolivia, yo.
Yes. So, but that is an interesting point. That they don't want abortion because they want to keep. That's
yeah, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was
49%.
That's definitely it.
It's a part of it. It's Texas. It's Texas.
Texas, yeah. Yeah,
and they turn in purple. Was it? You said it was purple last time. The last election, they went purple. They went from red to purple
yet. They pump it. They bumping up against purple. They ain't even purple yet.
Okay.
They bumping up. Which call one is Georgia's purple now. But I think also. But sometimes I'd be like, well, a majority of the women voters. I mean, white voters are women. So some of this
self-hate.
They can change because they have because one,
but
most of them voted for Donald Trump.
But check this shit out. White men put white women on a pedestal. If you're a white woman, don't you want to be on a pedestal? Everybody want to be on a pedestal for some reason or another. And if white men have the power and they gonna consistently put white women on a pedestal, I'll vote for the white man as a white woman.
Right, but wouldn't the NFL disagree with you? Because a lot of black men put white women on a pedestal.
That's a good joke. That's a trifling joke.
NBA,
but it was good.
NBA is different. NBA is less likely. NBA, and I have a theory. I have a theory behind this.
The NFL. What's your theory? Because I would love to hear this. NFL is more prevalent. It's
more prevalent because one, it's normally predominantly white schools. More white women like football. And so I think they're more into it. So I think that some of that is where when basketball
and their daddy could have played. Their daddy would have played football. Their brother could have played football. Whereas a lot like whatever.
I think well, I don't know, but I don't know if that's a true theory. But I think it's because the atmosphere around college football is whiteness around football,
like tailgating. You don't tailgate at the basketball game,
right.
Yeah.
Right. So I think some of that has to do with that. But yeah, so you would because when you look up at a lineup and you see basketball players and their wives and football players and their wives, definitely a white dude.
But back in the day, it was a lot of white women.
I was about to say because like Zach LaVine,
all them
Klay
niggas,
Thompson,
all them light skinned
Ben
niggas,
Simmons, like all these mixed motherfuckers.
They're all mixed, no doubt.
All mixed motherfuckers in the league, like damn, you could jump.
The whole league,
yeah, but not
all the ball boys is mixed like a motherfucker.
Steph and Seth, they got light skinned mama and daddy.
They black though, right?
Yeah. I'm saying they just got light skinned mama and daddy.
Yeah. So they're not mixed. They don't count them. Don't count them.
Right. They might have been mixed down the line. They might have been mixed before, but not.
Yeah, their mom don't. I didn't know their mom was all the way black.
Right, and if that's the person that they'll say she cheated with, maybe that. I'm not your daddy.
Wait, who cheating?
When they get divorced.
Oh,
now.
Del Curry. Yeah, they need to be quiet. Del Curry, just keep commentating. Cheat and commentate. Be quiet, girl. Be in the stands rooting for your kids. Like, wow, at least these two wonderful basketball players and their sister don't need none of these troubles. Why their parents putting their business in the street like this?
Right.
Hey, because you gotta
stay in the mix. You gotta stay in the mix.
I was a shooter first.
They got it from me.
Right.
I wonder if he hate that shit, yo. Like both his sons shoot better than him.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that had mostly work time. I mean, because you know what you need to be a great shooter, so you can already tell. Like he might not have nobody teach him the great mechanics, but now he could teach his sons, his children, the great mechanics.
What their daughter play volleyball or something?
I think so because she's married to. It's all a family pool.
Yo, it's so
when
weird,
I'm married to Rivers, it's the Rivers and the Currys. It's all blended,
like
all up in that joint.
Basketball or something.
Yeah,
it's
another mixed motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, yup, the Rivers.
Yeah.
Yup, the Rivers is a mixed motherfucker. Yup.
And you can't forget my boy Hubert Davis. I'm proud of my white wife.
He got a white wife. He love that white woman. Oh man, he love that white woman more than anybody else love their white woman. Like for real.
He said that. I know it's a while ago now, but I was
nobody even asked him. Nobody even asked him.
My queen.
She's my queen to be. She's my queen. I love her to death. I put her in a dashiki. She like black coffee, no sugar, no cream. I love it. And I like my coffee with all the cream. Just give me milk. I don't even need no coffee. Straight milk.
So I guess it definitely is a generational thing. I think the 90s basketball players definitely have white women. I think LeBron started the trend. He was like, I got my high school sweetheart.
Like, I'm going to keep this. I think everybody heard it goes back to Kanye. Everybody heard Kanye say when she get on, she'll ask for a white girl. And they was like, no, we're not. This generation is not doing that. We're not going to do that shit. And Kanye did it.
What's going on? Anita Baker got her master's, so go on and scream on her music and get her that money.
365 days of the year. I want that same old loving baby.
Right.
It's my favorite.
Got control of her
Loving
master's
you.
desk. Outro was good. Sweet, sweet love. Will be ringing on her in her checks as they continually scream.
That's Rochelle Farrell. No, the way he sang, the way his face.
I can't make my voice sound like that without
you. But you can't make your face sound like that without making me think of Rochelle Farrell.
Rochelle Farrell, that mouth, what that mouth do?
Yeah, that mouth do a lot, girl. Sheesh. She can sing her ass off, but she ugly when she's singing. Like the Cowardly Lion. She sing like she in the forest. Oh man!
Like the forest?
Don't the Cowardly Lion? That's where he live at. He live in the forest. The Cowardly Lion. That's the Cowardly Lion's problem. As he live in the fucking forest. Don't no goddamn lions live in the forest. He live in the jungle. Goddamn it! Get in the jungle. You get some courage.
Right.
Bunch of shadows and shit in the forest.
And jumping back to Don. The one thing I do have an issue with.
What's that?
Is the fact I understand. Even just listening to the song, I understand Chris Brown's beef, where he was like, because he said because when I went back and listened to the song, I was like, I don't even know fuck he's even in there in the chorus. Like they say he had a verse. I don't know you there at all.
No. It's like one little piece that he's there, you could tell, and then it like layers up with like a choir, or
right. So it's like, why are you even here? Like
that's like all of the lights on one of his albums got
everybody on there.
And you like when, where?
Right. And
I heard Kid Cudi, I heard Alicia
Wyoming.
Keys got literally one line. Right, we going to Wyoming.
And you put me on here for this?
I think a lot of people. I think they already knew it though.
Soulja Boy was mad. He got dropped. He got dropped from the album.
Definitely should have been dropped. No, sure.
I'm like, yo, why are you complaining when Andre 3000 asked to be dropped? Like, if Andre 3000 asked to be off the album and he ain't make it, like, you shut up. Like, that should be the name of the podcast. Shut up. Like, people need to shut up.
Yeah, but I mean, I want to know if the Locks jumped on there after Versus. Is that what happened? They had to just they were like they were bubbling. They're like, oh, let me get them on here right now.
Yeah, the price of the brick went up.
Especially since
the price went up.
Yo, did y'all see Jadakiss b-boying? Jadakiss like 40. How old is Jadakiss? Like 47?
I don't know if he's 47. That seems a little old.
It does?
Yeah, he might be like 43.
He close to us like that? 43?
Yeah. I think he's probably around that age.
It don't matter. He over 40. He was b-boying up and he looked good doing it too.
I don't do that shit, man. I be b-boying.
Okay.
Well, I mentioned Versus. That brings me up to the new Versus that's coming out soon. Ja Rule versus Fat Joe.
Yeah.
Who you got?
I'm gonna go with now.
Oh no! Now, if you got a preference that much,
because I had posted about it when I found out. I posted. I said, "Man, I don't know how I feel about it. Like I'm on the fence a little bit." But
because I posted too. Because I was like, "Who was
Ashanti
got
more hits?" Yeah, who was Ashanti rooting for? That's funny.
Because some of their bigger hits,
she's sitting right in the middle. She's not sitting in the middle. She can't do nothing.
I mean, the only thing is, what you call do have Lean Back. So he has
but that's his biggest hit though, right?
Yeah, that's his biggest hit. So
Ja Rule got hits bigger, just as big as Lean Back to me.
Okay.
I don't know. Does he got a bigger hit?
That's what my thing was, is that Ja Rule has a lot of hits to me.
Right.
Like radio hits.
Right.
And
nationwide hits, like hits. Even white people like that type shit. Hits. And that's what I base my thought off of who would win, is who's more nationally known for their hits.
I agree.
It would be Ja Rule.
I agree.
But I do like Fat Joe on the other side of things. And Fat Joe did have some hits, but when I try to just randomly just think of the hits versus hits, Ja Rule definitely is on top.
Because
Ja Rule versus 50.
Yeah, I think that was
petty as shit.
People were saying, they were saying, oh no, the beef is too real, realer than a nigga killing somebody.
He tried to kill you. I killed your guy.
There's no excuse for anyone.
Right.
Twitter fingers do not count. Like there's no beef anymore when them two got on stage together.
Them two got on stage, all beef.
Yeah,
It's fake.
I agree.
That's true.
I agree.
That's true.
Like this cat said somebody to kill me, and I'm still here.
Right, I
Do the
killed him,
verses.
and I'm on this verses telling him how your man feel in the grave. Like,
Right.
wow,
Right.
wow.
Yeah, so 50 and Ja Rule could have got on there.
I think that would have been a better beat. That would have broke
That'd have broke the internet.
versus record.
Oh man, that would maybe
sure.
been the best one. Yeah, for
Right.
sure.
That would have
for
been.
sure, for sure. And
I
that's
think
the only
probably would have won.
Yeah,
But-
and the pettiness
because you got to figure
would've
too.
been
They
great.
never rapped at the same time. Like Ja Rule was rapping, and then 50 did Wangster, and Ja Rule kind of stopped rapping. It was kind of
It was
he had like
crazy.
they had like 6 months of
They were talking about
overlap,
him singing, rapping, but
right,
then
and then 50
did the
went
same
and
thing.
then 50 started singing.
But that's what the thing was. 50 was like, I gotta get this nigga out of here.
I sing, man. I'm gonna teach you how to. I'll teach you how to stunt.
Like, we
I'ma
can't
teach you
be
how to
two of
stunt,
us.
baby.
One of us got to be out of here.
He
I think that's what
shelved
the real
him.
beef was.
He shelved him.
But now, like with the times that we're in now, everybody sings like got
Right.
melodies in their song. So it's like I feel like that's what it should have been.
Yo, that
But
I need him to apologize though. Just like you can't be mad because he sing
Right.
and then start like you beef about something else, bro.
Right.
No, that was not the beef because
think-
you sung the very
Well,
next song.
back in the '90s, early 2000s, I guess you could have you got away with it. Obviously, he did.
Yeah, but you know what I think happened? This is what I think happened with 50. Is that, you know, 'cause when 50 came out, 50 first song that actually hit the radio was Jacking for Beats, right?
Right.
Yeah, when he was fat.
So yeah, Fat 50. So it was like he already was
56 cents.
petty just making that song, right?
Right.
And I think what happened is that he continued with the petty shit, but Ja Rule was the one who reacted. And so when Ja Rule reacted, it almost made it seem like, oh, you know how niggas be like, oh, when they see something bothers you, that makes them do it even more type shit.
Right.
Like,
Right.
and I think that's what happened. If Ja Rule wouldn't have did shit and just left it alone, I think he would still be on. Like
You also gotta remember too, they supposedly I think they both from Queens, and he was asking Ja Rule for a little bit of help, like get me
I
on the
can see
album
that.
type
Yeah, I can
shit.
see.
And Ja Rule's like, I'm Ja Rule right now. Like, nah, I don't know you.
Yeah, I can
And
see
he
that.
ain't like that.
I can see that beef. It probably could stem from that too. I'm sure.
Yeah.
But
But you're right. They would have been perfect together.
Who owns the record? New York. Is it 50? Is it Ja Rule or Fat Joe?
That's
Ja Rule song, isn't it?
that's
It's,
Ja Rule's
it's on
song.
Ja Rule's album.
Yeah.
Right.
So
That's Ja Rule. Ja Rule's has to play that.
Oh,
But
because
They probably are in negotiations
yeah.
right now.
I think they are doing
they-
that at the end.
This
I think
one
so
of those
too.
situations where
Yeah.
they'll do it at the end.
Because you can't.
That when I heard it when Jadakiss played, I was like, oh, I remember. I
Yo,
felt
we
like I'm from New
love
York.
that.
I went and played. I played it back. Like I need to hear the whole shit.
Yeah.
Right. I went and played it later. I was like, you know what? I remember I love this joint. Like I felt like I'm from New York, but I'm not from New York at all.
Right. And you definitely wanted to drive up there. Like I need to make a trip.
Where they
I wanna
record?
come
What
out.
spot they recorded this video?
I mean, I lived across the bridge for 4 years, but other than that, I was not New York.
How often did you go? Did you go a lot or no?
Went quite a bit, but still
Yeah.
not to say I'm from New York.
No, not at all. You're not even
I
from
visit
Jersey.
New York, New York.
My favorite spots in New York.
I've been
New York.
I've been in Times Square. Statue of Liberty. I can't even think of it quick enough.
Central Park.
What else is going on? 3 people died of an overdose. 3 comedians, I think.
Oh,
I think they all
the same time?
ingested. Yeah, they were all at a house, and I think one lady is hospitalized.
Oh, they had a bad batch.
Yeah, they said it was cocaine laced with fentanyl. Fentanyl is not to play with. I always, if I don't, I ain't fucking with drugs, and that's one of the reasons because niggas be lacing shit with.
It's always cocaine that always got some shit with it. Ain't that how Richard Pryor got fucking burnt cocaine in
That's when he set himself on fire after doing a hit of
Yeah.
cocaine. Yeah.
like, come on, like, cocaine is not good, yo.
Yo, Rick James said it, didn't he? It's a hell of a
It's
drug.
bad drug, a hell of a drug.
Don't
Right,
do it, guys.
Because it's like anything with crack, the fire probably burns off some of that bad. No, I'm just joking.
What?
Don't do crack either. I'm just joking.
He's like,
Yo,
what?
You know what's funny that you said that, and the reason I thought about Richard Pryor because I just watched the documentary on Richard Pryor right the other night. It might have been last night or the night before. But when he was talking about he loved cocaine so much, I was sitting in the bed and I looked over at Kelly. I said, "Yo, when I used to do coke, that shit was not like." And she was like, "What?"
It wasn't as good. It wasn't as good as they be talking about it, right? Like they be making it sound like it's a great thing. You be like, crack had me stealing. Like,
I'm like, after all these years, what if you found out just now, just today, out of random day, a random Saturday?
What would she do?
That I was doing coke.
What would y'all do? What would y'all do if your wives had like a 4-year binge before they met you, where they kicked the habit like 2 years before they met you?
Oh, well, I mean, what could you do?
I mean, like,
congratulations.
And like 18 years later, they like, I don't know how long y'all been together, but however many years, like yesterday, they's like, hey, by the way, 4 years before you met me, you used to be sucking dick for crack.
Yeah, now you took it to another level.
Yeah, I didn't say I was just spending my paycheck. They use their paycheck to actually buy stuff, but yeah, we had to get the crack money.
No, that's not your question, though. Your first question is
Yeah.
Also has a different answer. The answer changes when they suck a dick, so they can sell their whole paycheck for crack, and you fine with that. But as soon as they put their mouth on some other penis, the drug dealer penis, you can't have them sucking drug dealer penis for crack. Come on, man.
That's you in a bad way. If that's what you need to do,
if you sucking a drug dealer's dick for crack, you in a bad way.
Right. So you were a crackhead. It wasn't
I'm
even
looking at you like crack whore. Like, I'm 15 years later, I'm pissed. Bitch.
You mad? You better not be mad. Look,
I'm
man.
pissed. And fuck mad, nigga. I'm raging.
I know Kelly all her life. You sure?
I am raging.
That's funny. Y'all gonna kiss. Y'all gonna tell her brush her teeth, and y'all gonna kiss her.
Because my thing is that, like, why would you wait all this time to tell me that you was a crack whore?
Because you started talking about crack.
No.
You was watching Richard Pryor. We was watching Richard Pryor together.
So that made you say, "Oh yeah, by the way, I
forgot to tell you. I've been meaning to tell you. I lit myself on fire too."
You could have told me that anytime. You could have told me anytime.
No, I needed to make sure. The kids was in me. The kids was out of me, and we had established this life. I'm talking as your wife.
You could have told me that. You could have let me make my decision.
No, I needed to trap you.
Yeah, well, I'm not trapped. I'll be like, yo, I gotta
now, you want to go out and do this crack together? You want to go get the crack together?
I'll be like, I'm out of here, you crack whore. I'm posting on Facebook and everything. Everybody gonna be on my side.
Just found out my wife sucking dick for crack. It was 1999, but still.
Y'all all right.
Crazy.
I think that's all I got.
Oh shit.
Oh,
read the comment, Rob.
No, I ain't saying. Let me say.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Oh, I already knew that.
Dang, you his real brother. You supposed to tell him things like that. Supposed to hit him to the game. Now you got 2 kids in the house.
I guess we gotta wrap up this podcast. I gotta go talk to somebody.
He ain't gonna shut the sound off. We gonna argue.
Girl, you ain't need to do that shit. You could have sold your car or something.
Right. You could have done anything else besides that. That's sometimes like
never mind.
Well, I mean, Ralph Angel on Queen Sugar, he sucked it up. She sucked it up, but literally he had to deal with it, and they married him at this point. So I mean, he got over it.
When did she do her little dirty deeds?
I think they were
together.
They were together, yeah, because they had a baby together.
Nah, nope.
I mean, I think they had broke up at this point, but then she got addicted to crack, and she was cracking it up really good.
She was at her best crackhead level.
Yeah. She said, "I'm gonna do something. I'm doing right."
Jesus.
How do you say? Cracking it up.
Right.
Jeez.
Oh, she's cracking it up real good.
Shout out to everybody who's recovered.
Absolutely, and stay away from fentanyl and cocaine.
Yes.
That was the reason I brought that story, because that shit is crazy. Right, yeah. It's too many.
And stay away if you can. Stay away from the over the counters because speaking of that, what's the people called? God damn it, the Seglers, the Wigglers. They like this $1 billion family that.
With the opioid shit, right? And over the counter joints,
and they just got finalized their lawsuit where they got to pay out $4 billion, but they worth like $50 billion. So they got to pay out $4 billion of their own money, but they don't have to admit no wrongdoing into causing this opioid pandemic that we have, or endemic that we have, whatever going on in America. But the $4 billion is supposed to be spread out between the 50 states to give help and prevention for future opioid crises and things. But the company that is bankrupt now, so whoever bought them, they can still produce fentanyl and oxy and all that stuff, but all the proceeds go back to helping the people.
I don't think it was fentanyl. I think fentanyl is like an elite, like
yeah. I didn't know. We were talking about fentanyl.
Fentanyl is like it pretty much says I'm going to kill you. Like it says it on the box. Yeah. Before you even take it, it says this is for death. Like it says it right there.
There's a box of death.
You're looking to die. I think it says ready to die on the box.
There's a picture of Biggie on the box.
I think so. I think it is. I'm pretty sure because a lot of people like the accidental overdoses. There was something laced with fentanyl in it, so it's like,
oh, okay.
I mean, I think it's cheaper than some of the drugs because it's like,
so they be cutting it with the fentanyl,
right?
Damn, but the fentanyl is ready to die. You said that's ready to die.
It's a synthetic drug, and it takes you down.
But so, supposedly that lawsuit is unprecedented, and it can give other companies that immunity to get out, to actually have to pay. Basically, they can pay out of lawsuits and pay out of their criminal activity if they have enough money to do so.
Right.
They got enough money. They did it, and now they don't have to worry about anybody ever coming after them or suing them, and they can keep their little $46 billion and go on about their business. I think the best thing about it is that they can still produce. The company can still produce the oxy, but all the proceeds have to go to help the communities that were affected by the oxy in the past. But it sucks because the new people that bought the company don't get the profit off of the moneymaker. That was the cash cow that made them all the billions of dollars.
Yeah,
and they still get to keep it.
That's crazy.
They should at least said, when did oxy first start? It started in this. How much were y'all worth then? And they should just do the math. Like, we take all of that. Take all the oxy money. They shouldn't have any oxy money. And a lot of that shit, a lot of their billions is from that oxycodone, man.
Oxycontin.
Is that what it is? Oxycontin? I thought it was oxycodone. What is it?
Oxy.
People call it oxy. People call it oxy.
Oxycodone, oxycontin. I think it's both of them. I think it's both.
Just ask for some natural. Don't take that if they offering it to you.
What else? On the 4th was Beyonce's birthday. So happy birthday, Beyonce!
Yeah.
Terry Crews tweeted about being uninvited to the cookout. He said the best thing about being uninvited to the cookout is you never drink the Kool-Aid. And everyone everywhere said, "Who the fuck is Terry Crews?"
Like, he just keeps putting his foot further and further in his mouth. Like, shut up, nigga. Like, Damon needs to get his balls grabbed again. Like, shut the fuck, shut up.
He's a fucking.
Alfonso Ribeiro said the same shit. He ain't getting invited to the cookout either. But he's on tape saying, "I love white women. Like, only woman I want to walk out of here with is a blonde one." And
really? He said
she
that?
better not have brown. Yeah, she better not have brown skin. That's what he said at a party. And then he said this before he married his white wife.
Oh, okay.
So he has kids and everything now. But then, like a week or two ago, he was like, "Black people don't like me. I'll never get invited to the cookout." And it's like, well, this is the reason why. Like, you don't like black women.
Who said black people don't like?
That's what Alfonso Ribeiro said.
That's
what he said. He said
I think he put that in his head to make a reason for him to like the ladies,
white girls. Yeah.
And if you like white girls, that's fine, but don't be a dickhead. Like,
right. And you don't gotta jump and say I like white girls in spite of black women.
Right. Yeah.
Like, your mom was black, bro. Like, your mama definitely black, Alfonso.
Right.
Like, or at least Afro-Cuban or Afro-Latina.
Yeah, she black.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Right.
Yeah. Afro.
The only reason you tweet about being uninvited to the cookout is because you are mad that you
want to be invited. Right. You calling Tashina Arnold like, "Can you get me some tickets?" She's like, "No, bitch, get the fuck out of here."
Right. If it didn't bother you, just
Ice Cube, can you get me some tickets, man?
Right.
No,
you don't say nothing.
Right, because at this point, nobody wasn't thinking about Terry Crews. You just
Right, at all.
doing your America's Got Talent gig. Just keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Hey, I mean,
but white folks, every chance they try to, anytime something controversial comes up, they run Terry Crews to ask him his opinion.
Yeah, well, I get it now. I mean,
they be throwing it. They be like, "Hey, Terry, here's your foot. Can we put it in your mouth for you?"
I know a black person.
Terry Crews, come here, Terry. Come here, boy. Like, all right, okay,
okay. Grab my cock. No, that was rude. Sorry, that was rude.
He grabbed shoe shine kid.
Yeah, I don't know. All right.
Wait, I did have something to talk about that I watched, right? Because I was confused as hell. I almost posted about it, but I was like, niggas don't understand me sometimes. But
we gonna talk about it.
I was watching Bill and Monica, like a documentary on Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky.
Oh, right. Okay.
And when they were talking about it, they kept on saying how with the Me Too movement now that he would have been crucified and blah, 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 blah. I was confused because maybe I don't know what the Me Too movement is about. Because when I was looking at the documentary, this woman never said that she didn't want to give him head or that he did anything to make her give him head or like anything.
It was all consensual.
She was like, yeah, she was just down for it.
Right.
And I'm like, well, why would they think that the Me Too movement would have something to do with this? It was totally confusing.
Right.
And,
because it wasn't even her to tell. It was Linda Tripp that made the.
I think it was more Linda Tripp, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Linda Tripp was more involved with the Me Too part of it, I guess.
Like,
but Monica was straight like, I love it. Like,
right.
I'm doing the president. Like, this is great.
And they like, yeah, the Me Too movement. They're like, yeah, they always brought it up. Like every scene, the Me Too.
And what's crazy? It was crazy is he got impeached for having sex in the Oval Office and lying about it. No one's been impeached for like you get impeached for a lot more. Like the last president got what did he get impeached for? He got impeached twice. Right. He got impeached twice for something much worse than okay. That motherfucker grabbed niggas by the pussy and got elected, and they impeached this motherfucker for getting his dick sucked in the Oval Office. That don't make no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Right. So he got crucified in a different way. I don't know what the Me Too movement would have had to do with it though.
Yeah, he did get impeached, so it's not like he
did the actual it didn't go through, but he did the impeach.
Right. He got impeached.
Yeah, impeach counts. Yeah, that counts.
He got impeached, but he didn't get convicted.
Right.
Gotcha. That gets you thrown out.
Right.
No president's gotten impeached and kicked out.
Correct. Right. The only person who was close to getting that was Nixon, and he resigned before that happened.
Well, I was just totally confused. I'm like, maybe I don't know what Me Too movement is, but
yeah, I mean, but I think a lot of people were saying that. I mean, maybe I'm sure the thing was that he was a man of power and stature, but and so he took advantage of. But when is it? Because I was watching. When is there like when is there not a line there? Because what if the woman was like, I wanted to be there, and it had nothing to do with his power stature. I mean, it might have been, but some of it had to do with just because I wanted to do it. Because at the end of the day, a lot of women will say they want a man to take care of them, all that kind of stuff. So they love the power of that dude. So that was one of the things that attracted to them. So when did that become like? I get when you hear Harvey Weinstein things and saying like that guy. I understand that. Right. Okay, that motherfucker greasy. But when like it was like when it's just because it's an intern and a subordinate, even not even just your subordinate, because I was watching a show.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Where the guy wasn't even he was higher, but he wasn't her superior, but he was a higher thing. But she just happened to be an intern, so they were in a relationship. So if people found out, then there would be an issue because people would be like, well, you only getting this advancement because you're sleeping with them, which may not even be the case, but the perception is always it's more prevalent than actual truth sometimes. It's like, oh, well, it's seen this way. So that is why some people have it. It's interesting.
Why can't I just be an attractive man and a high power that women just like? And this particular woman just wants me. Like why does
that could be the
in the higher power is the reason
that could be the case like 20% of the time, but 80% of the time we're to assume that it's not. Like we're to assume that Monica would not be sucking another intern. Yeah, that was say that shit. Yeah, everybody knows who said that shit. But like with Monica Lewinsky, if the intern that she was working with, if he could get her in the Oval Office to get her to suck his dick, would she do it? You know what I mean? Like the power of the president. Like I can bring you in the Oval Office and we can have sex in this Oval Office. Ain't nobody had sex underneath George Washington before. You know what I mean? Like
right.
Where a regular intern that she may be attracted to more than Bill Clinton, and she may like that power is addictive. It's really intoxicating.
I can understand it also because sometimes some people are really powerful. You might believe you can say no. I gotta but if you're the one who came on to me.
Right,
which is what different.
She did that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think she said something about. I can't remember. I don't remember. I don't want to lie about it. I don't remember.
Right, but now it's different. If I'm the person in power and I come on to you, but if you're the person not in power and you come on to me, I don't know is that wrong? Like if I say, you know what, I wasn't thinking about it, but now that you brought it up,
right,
okay,
right, come on in this Oval Office, girl.
I don't have to be over office. It's just anywhere. Like
I'm talking about the Bill Clinton.
Robson, just give it to me anywhere.
Right. We don't got to be in the Oval Office. We be in the locker room. I don't fucking care. Right. Let's go in the cafeteria.
I think because it was in the organization. If it was Al Gore's intern, I think he'd probably been fine. But since it was his direct intern, I don't even know. I don't even know where she was. Was she?
I thought it was Hillary's intern.
I don't even know whose intern it was. But she went on.
Who's on the trip?
She was one of the. She was an advisor of some sort or something. In the White House, but like. Monica Lewinsky is executive producer of the impeachment that's coming on America, a true crime story coming on FX. She's doing that. I'm surprised they ain't do one for
become a lawyer.
This made her famous though. Like
I wonder if they ain't do one for Carl Thomas and Anita Hill. They need to do that one.
Who?
I guess because he wasn't impeached. I guess he wasn't.
Carl
he
Thomas.
Still became a judge. His name Carl Thomas? Clarence Thomas. Clarence Thomas.
Thomas is I wish.
My bad, Carl. My bad, Carl. Keep on doing your summer rain. My bad, brother.
Let that boy miss that pregnant wife, yo.
Summer rain. All right.
Wish I never met her ass.
Is there anything pressing before we wrap this up? We won't be here next week for folks. We will be hanging out in Pittsburgh at the Barrel and Flow.
Pitsy.
So if you are listening to this on Tuesday, you see us on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Come say what's up for sure. Come say what up. Take a picture. Give us some dab. Give us some feedback. How you like the podcast? How you don't like the podcast?
Play the podcast as you're walking up to us.
Yeah,
do that.
You said play the podcast.
Yep.
You might win a prize.
Yoda said that. I just play it. I'm not giving you nothing.
COVID free hugs.
Like this. You winner.
You won.
Is there such thing as a COVID free hug though?
That's it.
Nah.
But if it's airborne, what difference does it make if I hug you or not?
Right, yeah. Good point.
Like if it can suspend in the air like the Matrix for a little bit, and I walk right through.
Who said that? Who said that? Who said it does the Matrix? It does the Matrix.
I think
it said it can in the air for a while.
It's like 6 minutes or something crazy.
Right.
Something crazy like that. Yeah.
So if I walk through it, then I got you. Which is why I just read an article. 84% of the people in America have the COVID antibodies. That means a lot of people had COVID. Like when they've been testing blood, they've been going through testing for COVID, and 84% of the people had antibodies.
Because we're not getting. When's the last time y'all got tested?
It's been a minute. I thought I was going to get tested.
Was it before you got before you got your vaccine?
Yeah, for sure.
Last time I got tested for COVID was when I had COVID.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like everybody that has a vaccine, like I think the three of us, we all got vaccinated, but we're still being protected, like wearing masks in public and trying to stay away from people as much as we can. But we're not getting tested anymore.
Right.
Who's to say that? Who to
people-
say that we didn't get COVID?
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Like we just
I
the
don't wanna
vaccine
know. If I
and the
got
vaccine
COVID,
actually
don't tell me.
worked. So when you saying that everybody got the antibodies, like yeah, motherfuckers,
Right.
and the world is open. Like motherfuckers
Right.
is at least America's open. You can fly anywhere and drive anywhere you want to in this country, and people is like, come on,
Right.
we need the money.
Yeah.
Come on over here.
And at the end of the day, I won because I had Johnson & Johnson. When Johnson & Johnson's winning, they ain't talking about no booster shot yet.
They did.
Yeah, they said
hold up.
Moderna
They said
can. They trying to figure out if Moderna can do it.
Right. They said
But
maybe. But they also,
Johnson said we are done. You can get one shot. We're not giving you nothing else after that. You talk to them niggas over there if you want extra shit. We are done. We did our job. One and done.
right. And I think they put a halt on the booster shots so far. So we'll see, because there's people. I think people people in the other parts of the country other parts of the world who can't get access. They were like, oh, y'all giving away extra shit, and we ain't got their first dose.
And giving away extra shit because the crazy motherfuckers is saying you can't wear a mask to school.
So I think I think that might be a halted for a little bit, but I think they also probably, because this is new science and just new results, they were saying maybe you probably should have been like Johnson & Johnson, where you took one shot, took a longer period of time besides the 4 weeks. It should have been like a couple months, maybe a month or 2 or 3, and didn't have the second shot. But people wouldn't have remembered. They would have been like, oh shit, I forgot that second shot. Or they would have rescheduled and never got it.
Right.
All right. Anything else going on that we need to talk about before we go? Like I said, we won't be here next week. We'll be chilling at the Fresh Fest, Barrels and Flow. Going back to 2019, maybe.
Damn, take them back.
Yeah, we'll be at the Barrel and Flow, hanging out in Pittsburgh. So that should be a good time. Masked up, vaxxed up, masked and vaxxed.
Right.
So and I'll step away, and then I'll sip my beer, and I'll slide it back on. You know how I do. All right. Well, before we get out of here, we always like to know how people can find.
In the Matrix, though, they suspend it right in your face.
Yeah, it is. Well, hopefully, everybody got to show their either vac card or which card. So hopefully, COVID ain't fluent. Ain't speaking the language up in there, so hopefully,
hopefully they don't know how to talk Pittsburgh.
Right? Hopefully, it don't talk Barrel and Flow. Oh no! See, no.
I don't know.
No. Don't belong there. Hopefully.
Oh shit! I'm pretty sure that COVID speak hella English, yo. They speak
hopefully,
all the English.
Well, it does. Florida tells you it speaks hella English.
Speak all the languages. Florida, Arizona, Texas, all the motherfuckers is like, yeah, COVID definitely knows English.
Right.
Speaks their language.
Right. So there's that. All right, well, before we get out of here, we always like to know how people can find everybody on these worldwide webs. So Lou, how can they find you?
I like to first start off by saying vote. I know it's not no election year or nothing like that, but with that shit in abortion in Texas, that dude was voted in. Those people that made those laws were voted in. The judges were voted in. So just vote. Any chance you get, just vote. You can find me on them Instagrams. My name is Lou Belgium.
There it is. Yo.
I like to say before I say how I know to say, get vaccinated. Oh, I can say that. But you can find me on Instagram at IM302YODA.
There it is.
That's me.
And you can find Brews and Banter Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Brews and P on Twitter if you're nasty. You can listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can even go to www.
You kind of sound English.
Banter. Huh?
Twitter. You kind of sound like an Englishman. Twitter. Check us out on the Twitter. You can go to www.brewsandbanter.com and you can find out all about the podcast. You can check out the merch, all the links that all the platforms we are streaming on. Make sure you always subscribe, tell a friend about the crew, subscribe and review, all that good stuff. That is free. If you ain't want to buy no merch, baby. Yeah, you wrote that yourself. I see you with the bars.
Yeah. If you want to follow me, Rob G, there it is. Rob Stay Bruising every day. Bang, 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 bang. I'm getting a lot of followers nowadays. Followers is going up.
Go followers.
Yeah. People follow me now, so that's what's up. I guess I gotta Well, I know I promised Stay Bruising was coming. It's still coming. It's just not coming in August because August
gone. August 2022.
I'm doing my Donna, baby.
No, that's a CLB. This is definitely a CLB. Fuck it.
I'm doing both of them.
Just keep pushing it back. Just keep pushing it back. As long as they keep pushing it back, they be something to anticipate.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, until next time. Well, shout out to Dev. He'll be back. Not next week, obviously, because we won't be back the following week. He'll be back. Until next time. Peace.
Have a good week, everyone.
Bye.
Watching haters wonder why Gambino got the game. Half-time thicky, all she wanna do is bang. Got her hair done, French braids, now she ASAP. Bino so insensitive, she asking why you say that. I'm chillin', real quiet, chillin'.